Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and this is part 3 of servicing these front wheel assist Olivers, a 1955 and a 2255. And in our last segment, we finished up changing the rear end oil and the hydraulic oil. So now I think we'll move on to engine oil, and then we'll do the transfer case and the front axle. These, again, I'm probably going to wait on this set of planetaries till after the fair, because you got to take stuff off, I think, to get it in there where we need to be. I'll probably do these because you can do that with just driving the tractor forward or backward. So that's where we are. We're going to get started. Okay, it's about 182 degrees today with 97.4% humidity. So got the old fan running here blowing on me, and we're gonna try to make a mess like we did on the last one. Oh, there we go. 2255 uses a different size plug. The others are 1 1/8 and this one's 1 inch. And we're going to try to, this time, learn from our mistake and shut the flow of oil off if the funnel starts getting too full. I have to have a funnel to get around this drive shaft, so we're going to give it a try. I'm sure we'll make a mess. Alright. I'm going to let the funnel empty. Come on, we're doing pretty good so far. I think we got her licked. Flow is slowing down enough that the funnel can keep up now. And it's gonna drip a little bit. We'll probably just let that go. And we'll move on to changing the filters. Our filters on the 2255, it has 2, and there they are. They cast this nice hole in the frame, and I'm pretty sure that the early ones did not have this hole in the frame, which would have made this just an impossible task to do. So we will get the new filters and get these off and put the new ones on and fill it up with oil. So we will try to get these out of here. It's important to have a wrench that has the swivel feature, because I think you're going to need it. Oh, come on. Well, that one's loose. I don't remember. Okay, yeah, sure. Make a mess. Make a mess. I don't think there's a way to do this particular style without making a mess, because how are you going to get it out of there? Well, there's one. Everything is nicely coated with oil now, so it won't rust. I'll try to get the second one out. I think it's just, I'm at a weird angle here underneath, so I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, running down in there, yeah, all over your hand. Good stuff. Sure. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Not very graceful, but that's just the way it is, you know, the way it's made. I haven't really found a better way to do it as a front wheel assist. There's not a lot of room, but these tractors will get washed up before they go, so a lot of this crud will hopefully get knocked off of there. Okay. Can we get it? Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, there's one. Come on. There we go. Let's give these a little bit of a turn. Probably about enough if it throws the wrench off. Okay, I think those are the way they need to be. Okay, I think while I'm under here, I'm gonna grease whatever I can get to on this side easy. And then we still need to change the oil in this. But we're ready to put engine oil back in. So I'll grease the drive shaft and probably right here. And then we will, and the pivots, if I can get to them easy right now. So I'll do that and then we'll put oil in it. Okay, time to put oil back in. And can I do this with one hand? I don't know. Set you down a second. I hope, there we go. There we go. Now it's just a matter of pouring it in. So with the funnel I have, it's going to be quite a ways up there, but we can make it work. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Probably should give it a chance to actually drain down there, but I think it's right on the full mark, but we need to run it and get those filters full. Yeah, it shows right on full. We'll fire it up. And we will see what we got. Well, let's fire it up and let it run a second. And then we will double check our oil and move on to some other stuff on it. Oil pressure's climbing, that's good. We'll let it run a second, then we'll top it off. Okay, it's not leaking anywhere, so let's check this out again. See what we got. I think it probably is going to need a little bit. Going to need a lot of bit. Going to need about 2 quarts. I guess that accounts for the 2 filters. So we will put it back up to that level. Okay, I found a jug. It has a little bit in it, but I don't think it's quite 2 quarts. We might as well use our partial jugs before we open a new one, instead of having a bunch of half jugs around. Well, you can tell that the county fair is getting near because I've gotten like 15 phone calls in the last 10 minutes. Every time you see a splice on the tape, it's because the phone rang. So I guess that's good. Or I can't hype up how miserably hot it is. I'm sweat through, and that's just the way it is in July. But I could stand for it to be a few degrees cooler. We should be good now. Yep, I'm gonna call that good. If we have to add more later, we will. I don't know that this thing really burns any oil. I mean, it doesn't get used very much, but I think it's got about as much as it had in it when I changed it 2 years ago. So I think he said last year he never even got it out of the shed. So okay, well, on this tractor I'm gonna have to get one of those oil suck pumps or something, because I can't get into the front axle and I can't get into the transfer case fill on this one because of the differences in the frame casting and the subframe on this axle. So that needs to be done. Like I said, we'll probably just wait till after the fair to do this entire front axle, because this has got the spacers on, and I'm gonna have to take the spacers off in order to get to the plug. I don't think I can get in there and do it, and if I can, it's gonna be, I mean, just a lot more work than probably just going ahead and pulling the spacers off. So just got to remember that the front axle on this tractor needs completely serviced, and the planetaries on that one need serviced, and we'll do that after the fair is over with. And this is about almost perfectly correct, so we will take this plug out and check and see what we've got as far as oil in there. I believe I changed these before, so we'll see what it looks like, and if it looks like it needs changed, we'll change it. If not, we'll top it off or whatever. So I'll get the stuff and do that. Yeah, that's good clean oil, and it's up to the plug. It's starting to run out, so I think we're good on these. No more hours than it's racked up since I did it last. We'll just leave that alone. Okay, last order of business. We're going to try to put a little bit of the Freon in the air conditioner and see if it kicks the compressor on. We went through this and it was working excellent, but the tractor sat for an entire year and did nothing. So if it's just a very, very slow leak, maybe it just needs a shot of gas to get going. If that doesn't work, I'll probably pump it down and then see what we got. If it leaks off vacuum, then we will have to do something about it. But we're going to try it without emptying the whole system first. Okay, the camera shut off again from heat. I don't blame it, it's hot. So I got my gauges hooked up, and just by hooking them up and cracking that valve, there's nothing in here anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and vacuum it down, our little vacuum pump there. And you got these service valves here. One way, like when you screw it all the way out, it shuts off the fill port. And if you screw it all the way in, it shuts off the hose. So you need to kind of have it halfway in the middle in the happy place so that you can get things in or out of the system. So we will turn this on now, and we will pull a vacuum on it. And some people like to just let it run for a second and whatever, but I let it run for a good long while, because I heard once from an old refrigeration guy that the longer you let it run, the better it's going to be cold wise. I mean, get as much vacuum as you can. So I'm going to just let it go for a little bit, and then we will try to charge it and see what we got. Okay, I got it vacuumed down, and I got my tank of gas hooked up here. So when we turn this valve on, it should start filling, and then we'll start it up and run it to get it the rest of the way. So it's pulling gas in right now. You can hear it. And we will start it, and then when it gets enough gas in it, it should start running the compressor. Okay, high, air conditioner, cold. It's actually all the way around, but it's on cold. Heater off. I wonder if we should check the fuse. I heard it kick on. We'll go back out and check. But we'll go out there and look. Okay, so here we are back the next day. The air conditioner kind of gave me some fits on the tractor for some reason. I was having trouble getting it to take the refrigerant, and then finally got it where it would cycle on and off, but I never could get it to run continuously, and it was just acting goofy, which is strange because it was working perfectly, you know, before it got parked. So it got to be so hot yesterday afternoon, I was kind of over it, and everything was hot on the tractor from running. So I thought I'd let it sit and then come back to it last night, and I did. I had to tighten the belt on the compressor because you could see it was kicking out when the compressor would kick on. And all was well until something blew, and I think it was the crimp on the high pressure line from the compressor. I'm not exactly sure. It blew and then it stopped, and it still had some gas in it when it was done, so I don't really know what happened, unless it was my gauges that blew. You know, I had both sides hooked up of my charging gauges, so I don't know, unless one of them failed for some reason. But I don't have time now before the fair because this has got to leave tomorrow, so I will put that on my list of things to do later on. But I came back this morning. Last thing I had to do was change the fuel filter. Got that done. So I guess we will take it out for a test run and make sure we don't have any major failures. And then I've got to go on. I've got another place to go to. You might see a video of working on 3 tractors. He wants to take to the fair: Hart Par 70, Super 88 gas, and a 1755. So we'll get this going, and then we will move on to our next thing. Okay. Well, I think we're in business. We'll give it a quick check over here for anything leaking. But I think that we are in good shape. Everything we've done is fine. So, like I said, there's a list of stuff to do on both of them that we can do after the fair when we have more time. But otherwise, these are pretty well ready to go. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss whatever comes next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.